Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me now? I'm watching the screen. Can you hear me now? All right. Let me do one thing. Oh, guys, you wouldn't believe. Sorry about that. Oh, okay, it went away. Okay. There was, Microsoft did an upgrade, and it seems like the application there's something wrong with the application that I use, okay? And thank God right now, because I've had so many ups and downs, I know what to fix. So thank you for all your patience. Thank you for waiting for me. At least I am here. I will start over. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for coming and spending time with me. I said earlier that my prayers and my condolences to those in India who lost loved ones. Hi, artist Craig Dixon, and that terrible plane crash. So please, let's keep them in our prayers. Hi, Christine. Okay, having said that, there are a couple of things. Okay, as I speak, I'm going to go with New Jersey first because I've had you guys waiting for long enough. I believe after I heard who won the primary in New Jersey, the feeling I got right after I heard that is I feel New Jersey is going to stay in the hands of Democrats. And I'll tell you, if that changes, I'll let you guys know. But the impression I'm getting, that guy that I saw, yes, I heard he came close last time when Murphy was ran. I don't feel he's going to make it. Okay. So, intuitively, I feel if anything changes, I'll let you guys know. But right now, unless she makes, Cheryl, I believe her first name is. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I think she's an amazing congresswoman. But if somebody can please tell me what her name is, I was hoping I wrote it down, but I didn't, unfortunately. I feel Democrats will keep New Jersey because, thank you, Cheryl. That's what I thought, but I'm still trying to get myself together, although I recovered. But yes, Marilyn Landis, Brian Wilson also left us from the Beach Boys. I'm sorry, I neglected to mention that yesterday, but we have so much stuff going on. But yes, God willing, Trump is going to continue to do some of the stuff that he's doing. I don't feel they're going to be popular with people. And also, no one wants to see military in the streets. I've seen it before. That's the most terrorizing thing. Every corner, you have 2 or 3 military people. And I don't feel this is what Americans want. And having said that, I think that will lead me to, I'll segue into my second topic. Tomorrow or the day after, I will tell you guys about the New York stuff. I don't know who's running in New York. The only person I know is Cuomo. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. You know, I said a couple of weeks ago, or I've been saying, if Trump thinks that the military is going to side with him in oppressing us, he's making a mistake. And I'm going to repeat this. It's worth mentioning again. If he's not careful, well, we're going to lose, okay? And when I say we're going to lose too, if they break up the military, because the MAGAs may want to do their own thing, but they're in the minority. But I was reading before I came on, family members who heard from their, or friends of people they have enlisted to go to, from the Marines who were, basically they said, you're going to California. I don't know how the order came down. They were going to help ICE in California. They're not happy about it. The military wants nothing to do with going to their home country and fight their own people. That's the word, feedback. People who talk to people in the military, and morale is down, and they are not happy. Intuitively, I feel this. I wasn't surprised when I read that, but my point is, it's validating what I said, but it's going to be a big blow for fruitcakes, because what he did either Monday or Tuesday, going to Fort Bragg. Oh, by the way, those soldiers that were standing behind him, they were handpicked. A couple of you posted messages to let me know that, thank you. But also I heard and read about it. I was shocked. Those young guys, that was a big mistake. But to go back to what I was saying, they are in a minority, it feels like to me. But what Trump is trying to do is co-opt the military. A lot of dictators, they try to do that. Intuitively, I don't feel it's going to work. Yes, he will win over some soldiers who are MAGAs, not the majority. And that minority who agree with him, they are not, the majority of them will not want to come back to their home soil and shoot at their fellow citizen. Intuitively, I feel it's going to be a very small, a small minority who would be willing to do that. And even the National Guard people, soldiers as well. In fact, I'm sure you guys have heard, they're sleeping on the floor. Okay, you're a soldier, you should be able to do that. They're not paid. No one will help them and take care of them. They're not happy. And do you guys remember, I've been saying this for a year, if Trump were to be elected or re-elected, they've been building a network, okay, to do whatever like brown shirts. Catherine Rumpel, I believe she's on CNN or Washington Post, I'm sorry, I forget which station she's on, wrote a piece. I didn't have a chance to read it. I read the headline. It feels like to me, I know I said either last week or the week before last, if things get messy, they won't join, the cowards. But it seems like they are helping ICE arresting people. I don't have proof of it, but it feels like to me that's Catherine Rumpel's suspicion, okay? And the people in the area, those guys, they are going to the countryside. It feels like, and they all, have masks, well, camouflage themselves, you can't tell, and they won't produce badges, no warrants. My friends, this is gonna blow up on the fruitcake's face. I know it's making me very unhappy as well. When I see yesterday, I was watching something on MSNBC. They were talking about, I don't remember the name of that reporter, but he went to the agricultural town in California. He was showing cabbage, a whole field, of cabbage, strawberries and stuff like that. These people work hard, and then the way they are being treated, Americans are not going to stand up for it. Remember, I guess I told you way before, maybe this is not going to fly. The military is not going to want to do it. Don't be surprised if the governor calls the National Guard for help. They will join. But if what fruitcakes want to do is to federalize them like he does in California, don't be surprised if you hear people bailing out and not wanting to take part. I don't understand how that works. I can't tell you the mechanism they will use not to participate. Maybe they have something like they have in the military, because of religion or whatever, their conscience, they won't do it. Don't be surprised, because they know there is a minority. There will always be a small percentage. They'll follow. But the majority will not want to take part. And in California, from what I'm hearing, no pay, no food, sleeping on the floor, that kind of stuff, that can break down as well. And there is ICE. We will have an immigration force. It's going to be after this regime is over. ICE won't be anymore, just like when I first came here in the probably towards mid or the end of 1970s or late 1970s. We had INS. They used to do something similar to what's going on today, as I've explained to you guys before, but it was much benign. They didn't do what those guys are doing today. Okay? And they did away with it. The same thing will repeat. But the abuse, all those things, people will be held accountable. It's heart-wrenching. I couldn't do that job. When I first came here, I worked as a dishwasher. Believe me, you guys, it's hard work. And you treat it like garbage. Besides, it's hard work. A lot of people in those type of jobs, they want, feel superior to to one another. They treat you like garbage on top of it. Okay? So, it's not an easy job I'm sure you guys know, doing the job that these people working in the field all day. They deserve much more respect than what Fruitcake and the Nazi guy is trying to, the way they are being treated. But I hope, intuitively, I feel we're going to find our way. Intuitively, again, my prediction is we're going to use this bad experience, this really, really bad moment this country has never seen before. What we are experiencing is going to make us a better country. And I feel intuitively we're going to lock people like Fruitcake out of the presidency. I don't know how these things are going to happen. I'm not an expert on how government works, but it's coming. And he too, intuitively I feel, he's going to suffer, because this morning as I was thinking about all those things that I'm talking to you about, he had a grim face. Thinking, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And the parade is not going to go that well either. I don't want to go anymore, but it's not going to be as successful as he wanted it to be. I heard it's going to rain anyway. Okay. Oh, by the way, they can't get enough people to come watch the parade. They are hiring people to attend. That's another thing that's making him, depressing him. So, intuitively, a combination of things. His lies are catching up with him. The parade is not going to go as planned. News from the military, news from the states, people protesting, all those things is going to make the situation in the White House a lot worse. My prediction is he's going to lose his lunch over this. There is not going to be happy time in that place. It's already intuitively when I focus on people in that people's house. Somebody told me to use that instead. Thank you. Inside the people's house, the mood is bad now. It's going to be worse. And intuitively, I feel like saying that big whatever building they're talking about, I wouldn't be surprised if it's completely different by the time some of those, they're going to have it. It's going to affect everyone. I don't feel it's going to be in the form that it is today, because they are trying to destroy the fabric of this country. And a lot of people are catching on. And the senators, most of them don't want to attend. Intuitively, I feel like saying, when they talk, support for the fruitcake, it's not sincere. Intuitively, I feel like saying it's an indication of how they feel about the direction of this country. I'm talking about Republicans. But the biggest shot for the fruitcake is how, if he were to deploy the military in the rest of this country, how it's going to fail. What is scaring him now, and it's gonna dawn on them in the White House next week, is a number of people protesting this Saturday. Yeah, believe me, it's going to have a major effect. And I'm sure you guys heard, but for those of you who haven't heard, I told you his poll numbers would drop. They are dropped the past, he's underwater, about 38, something like that. Watch. Give it another couple of weeks. High 20s, low 30s. And the atrocities, I'm sure you guys have heard. If fruitcake is not given money to take care of our National Guards, who are helping ICE and other forces that they have, they don't have the money, or I don't know how that works, if it's private prison or something. Women are having a major health issue inside wherever they put these people. These stories are going to be published. The blowback is going to be intense on this presidency. I don't see how fruitcake is going to be able to last in that position for another year or two. I can confuse time, but I don't see how it's going to work. And let me say this. As the protests intensify, people are going to start demanding, calling out for his removal. And I told you part of the Republican in Congress will break up. It feels like, I don't know if they're going to have to change party to do it. I have no idea. But pressure is going to come from their constituents, the Republicans that is, demanding fruitcake's removal as well. This is not going to look good, my friends. This is imploding. Watch what's coming. That's my prediction. The next thing I want to mention is Moneybag is crawling back. He's going to mistreat him like crazy. He's going to treat him like garbage. Watch. Like I said yesterday or the day before yesterday, Moneybag, I mean, the pressures and all the things that I talk about, they are asking him because they want his money. It's not really him. And you know something? As I'm saying this, I'm being shown the guy who's in charge of the guy who was senator. Okay, you guys know who I'm talking about. I know his name. I just don't want to mention his name. And the guy who had the fight with Moneybag. You guys know who I'm talking about. The B name and the R name. They are doing everything, talking to Fruitcake, lobbying Fruitcake night and day, not to bring this guy back in their midst. And it's not, I mean, those two guys, it seems like they feel more comfortable now to tell Fruitcake how they feel. But they are not the only one. Nobody in that people's house want to see this guy back. And Moneybag knows it. He doesn't know, I mean, he thinks that Mr. R and Mr. B are against them, among others. Okay, he doesn't know exactly, he's not intuitive like us. Well, he is intuitive, but he probably doesn't listen to, that little voice, because if he did, he wouldn't be in the situation that he's in today. Mark my word, Fruitcake will destroy his wealth. If he lasts, well, I don't know how long it would take. Watch what happens. Because Fruitcake is not going to give up, because he has said some stuff that really, well, basically he's putting Fruitcake out, some of his activities before he was in the White House, and stuff he's done in the White House as well. Yeah. But it will be fun to watch. I couldn't care less. I think they deserve one another. But watch Fruitcake destroy him. And I could have told him that. That's why I told you guys Fruitcake would win. Because he has many levers. And this guy is too vulnerable. And he can frame this guy very easily. I don't have the information Fruitcake has. I feel I could do it. Never mind for that idiot Fruitcake. So that's my prediction as far as that is concerned. And I'm sure you guys have heard some, the DOGE people, how uncomfortable they are feeling. They haven't seen anything. Because the guy, their support, the guy who was keeping them, we are the best, we know everything, with the computers. Yeah. To do bad stuff, to control people. That's what they want to do. Watch that DOGE stuff. Guys, I told you a while back, that stuff is going to come back to haunt. Right now, intuitively, as I'm saying this to you, I've heard it before in my head, that is, okay? People in government are looking at the DOGE people with suspicion. What did they share? Who did they share with? Information, that is. Yeah. And some people, because of the way they treated our government employees before, and now the government is trying to rehire them because they just realize we messed up. The same thing is going to happen throughout government. It's only a matter of time. That's my prediction. But the DOGE guys, watch what happens. Payback. That's what's coming for them. And Palantir, if I were that company, I would rethink everything they have with the government. Because whatever activities they are taking part in today, when I say activities, as far as applications they are developing to control us, there's going to be hell to pay at the right time. And everyone responsible for it and stealing our data to use it against us will pay as well. That's my prediction. And let me see if you guys have questions. Because FC says, thank God, talking about New Jersey, no one is paying attention. And Fruitcake already has TV commercials with MAGA. Citarelli, yeah, that guy Citarelli, I don't know him. I've heard the name before. That's what's going to sink him, that whole MAGA stuff. Much money will be spent. Yeah, he got 69% of the vote. Oh, you mean the Republican vote? Yes, I heard last time he only lost by a small margin, and it's 3%. You know, like I said, as time goes by, the election is in November. What's going on in the country right now is going to get worse. And how this regime is treating immigrants is going to get worse. I don't know what the ratio is because I'm not doing, my prediction is not based on, okay, ratio this and that. That's not how I do my prediction. I just go on what I feel. I feel Cheryl, I'm seeing her being elevated, okay? But does anybody know what the percentage of Republican versus Democrats in Jersey? I don't know. I know there are some pretty red areas, and I've seen some people in Jersey that are really, oh my God, they are really disgusting when it comes to, I don't know anybody, my guy wasn't there when I was around these people. So, but I would, if anybody knows what the percentage is, otherwise I'm going to have to look for it when we are done. But that guy, she'll tell you, whatever his name is, I don't get a good feeling about him, and I feel the same thing will happen for general election. He's not going to be able to convince people to put him in the governorship, and Fruitcake can run all the commercial he wants. In fact, it's going to have a major turnoff thing. And what's going on right now, forget it. No one wants this stuff in this country. Well, a minority. Joyce Matthews says, another psychic spells the word she doesn't want to say. Yeah, we have to do that today, unfortunately. Okay, let me see. There was something else I wanted to... Oh, you guys, remember I told you that she would dog walk the fruitcake? He did. I don't know how many of you are hearing about the feedback that mineral, okay, that we need to make magnets for all kinds of stuff, electronics, okay, they have something we need. That's why, and also, well, let me finish that thought. I'm sorry, it's not your fault, it's my fault. She is using it very well. The mineral that we need, we don't have it. And I'm saying it because I told you guys they were going to dog walk him. And he was not smart enough to deal or help this country. That's what's happening, okay? And one second. Something else I was going to mention, but I don't remember it right now, but I will remember it as we speak. As I talk, I'll see the picture that I wanted to mention. One second. Yeah, I mean, that's not what I wanted to say. It escaped me for a second. Tulsi Gabbard, I can't believe this. I don't know if you guys heard about it. She fed an entire document about JFK's assassination and to, I don't know which one of the AI applications, hoping she could find out if it has. She was looking for the answer to something. The woman has no concept on how AI works. Okay? Right now, by doing this, whoever is in the back end is going to use that data to train AI. I wonder if this is something that I don't know how, if it's secret documents or what it is. Okay? But that's to show us how dumb those people around fruitcakes are. They have no understanding of a system, and they just fed it a whole bunch of information, thinking that it's going to be able to. It's not intuitive. I bet you it doesn't have the information, all the information she fed it. It knew nothing about it. Okay? Because in order for the system to know, you have to train it, you have to tell it. Otherwise, it can't tell you, it doesn't know. It will give you an answer. It will be wrong. It will spit something back at you. But this is the level of ignorance and stupidity that we have in fruitcakes cabinets. It is unbelievable. So I just wanted to mention that. Okay. Das Kazem says, if Moneybags is serious to run to another country with no extradition and spill the beans, he will have a chance on and saving some of his money. Oh yeah, this guy has money all over the place, Tusk. Unbelievable. Oh, Melanoma is not happy at all. Melanoma was at a show with Fruitcake last night, and he embarrassed himself. That's what he does. Chef says, Bilu, you are so right about life in the kitchen. Much love, my friend. You're amazing. Thank you. Oh, Lord. It's, that's the best way I can explain to people how, if you were to do one of those jobs, and people who do them and stay in them, they have my respect. Oh, my God. Dishwasher, picking up fruits and anything else, like, working on a farm. And there was a woman they were showing yesterday. She basically decided to self-deport back to Mexico. I'm sure she'll be back because her kids are here under a different administration. Because she has kids here, they're going to be able to bring her back. But she went back to Mexico. The woman worked 7 days a week, raised kids. She never asked for anything, It is so sad. And she's been here, I think they said 30 years. These more of those stories are going to come out. Special one says Fruitcake is a felon. Exactly. Well, I'm going to go back to that. The thing is, those atrocities, the way they are treating these people, Americans are not going to like it. People in New Jersey are not going to like it. A minority will, like some of those people you see on Twitter saying, well, I voted for this. Yeah, it's okay. It's a very minority. But that's what's going to have a major effect on voters in places like New Jersey and wherever the Republicans are. Do you guys remember I told you a long time ago, those of you who have been with me for a while, they were going to use the fruitcake like an albatross around the neck of those people. Watch. For some reason, I have confidence in Cheryl. She can handle Citrorelli. Citrorelli, like, is that a word in English? In Creole or in French, they call it the citronelle, that's lemon. And I believe citronelle is lemon juice. Okay, that's what I'm like, okay, should I use that? But yeah, she is going to, intuitively I feel, I mean, I'm not saying he's a pushover, but intuitively, that remains to be seen. I think she's going to eat his lunch. Let me know. I will see what happens. But to go back to fruitcake being a felon, somebody, I wrote her name, Melanie, I don't remember her last name, Stansbury, Representative Stansbury, called him out. This morning I was watching the hearing. The governor of New York was there, Walz was there, Spritzer was there. And they were testifying. I was watching it for a couple of minutes. She undressed the felon and called him, out because of the way he was able to stay out of the military, dodge. She called him basically a draft dodger. Yeah, it was amazing. I enjoyed that moment. Okay. Raymond Di Pasquale says, what Russian product can we live without? F-45 for sure. Yeah, they have something on him that's unbelievable. Even that guy, I forget his name, he was friends with the fruitcake, and he was in the people's house for a little while. For something like 10 days or something like that, I don't remember his name. Even he too is admitting that something is not right. So, yeah. Okay. Scaramucci, thank you very much, LA Hiker. Yeah, I watched a video either yesterday or the day before yesterday. He was talking about that. I never thought, Christian asks, I never thought the day would come that I miss George W. Bush. That is true. Okay. I think this is it, my friends. I think this is it. Let me see if anybody, I know I have some questions. Oh, this is something I mentioned about the secret police yesterday. I copied and pasted this. I cut and pasted this from an article, okay? And it's part of the Catherine Rampell stuff. He said, it reads, maybe the reality, maybe they really, she's referring to the ICE officers, okay? She says, maybe they really were ICE officers, or maybe they were a band of vigilantes arbitrarily snatching brown-looking people off the streets. All eyes are now on LA, but secret police are descending upon smaller towns nationwide. Masked and armed, they refuse to show ID or warrants. And the reason why I saw this, I didn't want to take time earlier to search for it in my journal. That's what she wrote. And intuitively, the story is going to come out. I feel she knows, but they don't. She can't say for sure because she doesn't have the definitive proof these people, they wear masks. She cannot, well, let me say this. They're wearing masks today. Some of them are going to be able to be, people are going to be able to identify them. They will unveil who they are by the way they walk, their height. We all walk a certain type of way. If they think those people who are wearing masks and they think they're going to get away with it abusing our, you know, I am an immigrant too. I feel for these people. Believe me, it saddens me. I'm not saying, you know, criminal, you got to go back. We don't need that here. We have enough. You have to try to come here legally, you know. That's the right way to do it. But those people who are here, who are in the community, working hard, earning a living, paying taxes, they may never, they're paying Social Security and everything, they may never get the benefits of collecting it. You know, they should be respected and treated like human beings. And these people are going around abusing them. They're, you know, the KKK and these people, that's what they are. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm going on a rant, but it bothered me because that stuff I watched yesterday, it really bothers me. Somebody asked me, is Elon a spy? Yes, I've said that. I believe he's compromised. For whatever reason. Special one says, love Stanberry, she's feisty. Oh my God, I love her too. Yes, Smiling H says it's called profiling. Exactly, I agree. FC says, I have too much PTSD from November. Oh, my friends, you're not the only one, but you know something? There are some things that are yet to come out about what happened. And Elon is going to be at the bottom of it. Oh, Kenneth Blingsley is asking what's up with Diddy. I almost forgot. The same thing. I'm still seeing bars. And to whatever I feel, I didn't have a chance yesterday and today to watch much about him because I don't see anything different. But it feels like to me, as we head towards the end of the trial, it's going to get worse for him. Meaning his activities, the women, or people he hired to do whatever he did, the porno stuff he wanted to produce. This guy should have been a pornographer, not, you know, what he is doing. But anyway, I still see bars. In fact, this morning I'm like, oh God, I don't want to bore you guys with that stuff. Okay, everyone, thank you for spending time with me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I really appreciate you guys being patient with me. I, you know, experienced this thing failing, so I know now what to do. What happened was Microsoft did an update to the system this morning. It seems like the application does not, there is something, some kind of conflict there. I don't know what it is. I didn't have a chance to troubleshoot that. All I know is I know from experience what has failed in the past. So that's what enabled me to recover faster. So thank you everyone for understanding and for your patience. If anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmilo.com. Or please feel free to call me or text me on my YouTube number. We'll negotiate a time that's good for both of us to talk. Please give me a thumbs up. If you like the channel, please subscribe. If you are not a subscriber yet, help me get to 50,000. Oh my God, that will be the day. Please give me a thumbs up too. That will help the algorithm to keep showing the video, put it on people's feeds. So thank you everyone. I'll see you all tomorrow unless something major happens. Otherwise, see you tomorrow. Bye.